man. 122 pounds, 10.5, man. Watch the Goodfellas Sports TV, bro.
You guys come from Walker, Wisconsin. Going to watch
Goodfellas Sports.
Goodfellas, bro.
All right, Regis Prograis says that personal issues are keeping Jermall Charlo out the ring. Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Now, I ain't see him going to specifics with Punch Drunk, and well, he shouldn't. But we seen his wife go in here and say they was going through something. They got like a few kids too, and most of y'all don't know shit about relationships. Even without the kids being involved, you ain't really doing nothing straight. You know what I'm saying? Until that shit is settled. So I'll tell you this: when a woman ain't happy, ain't nobody in the house get to be happy. So a lot of people say, well, you just move on from her. You just move on from her. You know, that's the complication. You know, you could tell a lot of the people ain't never really, laid the groundwork to nothing. You can't just continue to move on, even take the kids out of it. When you living with somebody or you married to somebody, let's just say y'all kicking it. And y'all, well, let's say y'all together, y'all moved in. It ain't just like, oh, I'm just going to pick up and leave. It ain't really never that simple. That's why you see, women go through stuff with dudes or dudes go through stuff with women and they back together because it's comfortable. They don't want to start over. A lot of people scared to start over. A lot of people don't want to move back with their parents. Even if you got the money, then it's just the whole confusion of, it take time to find a place. And that's why you see some people always keep their place. You see a lot of people believe in that. I done seen people that was married and they had their own separate places. I hear a lot of women say, oh, no, I couldn't do that. And this, that, and the third. And everybody look at stuff in a traditional way. But tradition is meant to be, broken, to be honest. That's the crazy thing about it. And whatever worked for you, it worked for you. But people like, oh, you need to move on. Somebody he been with since high school. You had kids with. You know what I'm saying? So, I get it. He ain't mentally right to carry on, whatever it may be. Whatever it may be. Could it be a lot of cover up Al Heyman ass for not having no TV dates? Could be. But this is why you keep your relationship off social media. If you got a girl every time, and just in general, you keep it within y'all area. You train your kids to keep it within your house. The maids, whoever. And that's why, real talk, listen to this part. That's why a lot of people, families, don't like their significant other. I'm telling you. Or you don't like your girlfriend or your boyfriend or whatever. Your best friend or whatever, because it's something that you went back and told them when you was mad. We got into it and he did this or she did that. When you love somebody, of course you're going to forgive them. But your family ain't. Your girlfriends ain't. Your homeboys ain't. And it's something a lot of people don't know. And a lot of women, they the main culprits of this, going to run and tell everybody all business. And once that happens, they not going to look at you the same. And a lot of dudes do it too. They ain't gonna look at you the same. It's gonna feel tension in the room. I had a family member, he left his black wife for a white woman. They still mad about that hit. And this shit been over 15, 16, 20 years or some shit like that. But then again, some people say, well, I don't care what nobody else think and stuff. But then you want your significant other to be around that bullshit. You gotta go to family functions and they being fake and there's tension in the room. But yeah, when you dealing with that type of stuff, you can't fight. You can't do nothing. And when women ain't happy, they ain't gonna let nobody be happy. The kids, the baby, the maid, the dog, nobody gonna be happy. But if you ain't happy, as a man, that shit don't matter. It don't matter at all. You might give a shit. So it's just something that he got to work on his mental health, and he got to work on whatever it is. If it's with his wife or if it's other stuff, he just got to mentally rehabilitate. And Regis said he's doing a lot better. Time heals all those emotional wounds. Talking to somebody. You heard Jermall say he don't like the people that he be hanging around with. All that. As soon as you go through something, as soon as money funny, as soon as you lose or something, you see who there and who not there. You know? So, you know, a lot of people say, oh, he should be stripped and this, that, and the third, and Al paying him to be stripped. And I don't know what the basis of it on, but if he going through something mentally, emotionally, and all that, dog, that shit matter. They should go put that interim belt up. Or, you know, make him get a belt and you get a shot at the belt. You know? But yeah, when you got real life situations, it'll do it to you, bro. But once you go through this once, the second time it's easier. Hopefully it ain't a second or a third or fourth time it's easier. You know? It should get easier. Because you know what to do and what to say and how to do it and all that stuff. People think because you got money and make life easier. No, I mean, you still gonna have issues, for sure. They go through regular issues like we go through. You ain't fought in 2 years. As soon as money get funny, that's who you know who really there for you. As soon as money get funny, oh, he stopped coming around, he stopped doing this, or she stopped doing this, that, and the third. And y'all get them women that when y'all get into it or they get mad or, you know, or whatever you go through, you cheat or whatever, and they want to run through social media. I seen a chick the other day talking about she broke on her boyfriend in a lengthy ass Facebook post and how she helped get him together, put him on his feed, and she found out he was cheating. How does that progress you as a person? Go hire professional help. That's just making me think that, you know, one, oh man, he ain't there no more. I should take advantage of your dumb ass. I ain't gonna get caught doing what he did. So I'm gonna tell you, if she wasn't no looker, for real, she wasn't bad, but she wasn't no looker. All you doing is inviting the wrong type of people. If you want sympathy sex, that ain't really or get back sex, whatever, that ain't hard to get for any woman. You know, but all they do is attract the wrong type of people. You know, people be too, you know, women be too, I guess they don't feel like they got nobody to vent to and shit. But when you start talking about your vulnerabilities and you start talking about your shortcomings or your baby daddy and your man or whatever, you breaking up, go get some help. And that's for men too. Don't go to social media. You inviting the wrong demons in your relationship. But whatever he going through, he'll be better on the other side of it. You know? But I don't see where they holding up the division at, because I don't think nobody care about what's going on in middleweight. Until they do something about Gennady Golovkin, then I ain't got really shit to say about Jermall Charlo. That's what I say. Until they do something about Gennady Golovkin, I really don't want to hear shit about Jermall Charlo. So, Golovkin, you know, they did Rick and Dial super duper dirty. He lost and they stripped him from another weight, from losing the higher weight class. I really ain't trying to hear it. At all. I really ain't trying to hear it. Real talk. So, that's just where I sit at it all. When, you know, ain't no real names there, you know, ain't no big champions there. I mean, Jaime talking about going up to 68. Him and Jermall couldn't figure nothing out. It's just to the point where it's one of them divisions that, you know, I guess it's in transition. They won't strip Gennady Golovkin so Danny can fight Erislandy Lara, which I can care two craps about. Just saying. Gennady Golovkin ain't did nothing in the sport of boxing to be able to control and control a division or hold on to some belts. He should have been stripped the minute he fought Canelo Alvarez, the second he lost. So until they do something about Gennady Golovkin, let Jermall get his mental together. And all it can do is take time. Especially if you're talking about him and his wife breaking up. If that's the case, or them getting right, they've been together since high school. Of course, they curious about what's going on out there. Well, she got to worry about, you got what, 4, 5 kids by this dude. It ain't about you no more. Same thing with him. You should have had your glory days. And I tell people that all the time. Don't tie yourself down when you young, bro. Especially with kids and women. Don't do that to yourself. Go enjoy life. Go travel. I tell that to young women all the time. Go travel. Y'all want to pop a baby right away and then cry about how you can't go to the club. You ain't missing shit out. Travel. That money you get from government assistance and Section 8 and all that shit, man, you starting off with a good bill of health credit. That's bullshit money. I tell women, I want Section 8. I don't want to, man. There's so many. You got to build your credit, all that. But all that shit a mindset. But hopefully he bounced back, bro. You know, most of all of us men pretty much been in that predicament. It just take time. It take time to heal. It take time to get situations together. And that's just what it is. Trust me, it take time. It take time. Oh, he get over that shit. For real. He get over it. We all do. He gonna look back 4, 5, 16 years ago. It might be something. I done had shit like, I done had stuff that seemed like the worst thing that happened to me in the world. I look back on like, damn, that might have been what's best. In the moment, certain things like that, it seemed like the worst thing in the world, bro. But you gonna look back 5, 10 years ago and say, man, I couldn't have grew without it. But it is what it is. Check out the Box News playlist. Thumbs up the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. And subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance of notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially want to support the channel. Cash App, $sign CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link description. Appreciate the love support. Check out the Boxing News Middleweight Box Talk playlist. Peace.